Hey, this is Notser, and today we're taking a look at my Des Moines in a game that I would describe as a game where I tried. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, but first let's hear from the sponsors. This video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet is designed with modern living in mind. It holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash while maintaining a slimmer design compared to a more traditional wallet. There are over 30 colors and styles available, including two brand new styles. We have Damascus, and then we also have Stone Washed. Both of these and more can be found at ridge.com. The wallets come with a lifetime warranty and over 40,000 five-star reviews. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it, they'll let you test drive it for 45 days. You can send it back for a full refund if you don't absolutely love it. The Ridge wallet is the perfect gift for this holiday season. Visit ridge.com/Notser and use the offer code Notser for a 10% off your next purchase today. So my Des Moines build is the exact same as I've used before. It is a tank cruiser commander build, and it's coupled with the unique upgrades being enhanced, plus the duration of radar and faster turret traverse for maneuverability. This is just a beast mode build, and you're going to see just how beastly it can be. We move forward into this solid cover area just north of Sea Point. This is a pretty typical Des Moines position where you can use radar to detect not only B, but also C. Enemy DD is trying to capture, we can clearly see his smoke. Now, I don't directly have line of sight on whatever is in the smoke, so if I intend to do that, I needed to move a little bit closer, and of course, we move right into hydroacoustic range because it is a Friesland, but I would rather be in hydro range and have no risk of torpedoes than be this far forward and risk torpedoes. So you take the good with the bad, I guess. And we're just going to do some damage as this guy tries to retreat. Clearly he's not going to capture the base. Meanwhile, pay attention to that cruiser. He is pushing up ever so slightly, knock out the enemy Friesland, taking damage from the North Carolina. Hopefully the JB doesn't have line of sight. And of course, Edinburgh. He's picking on the DD, so we got to pick right back at him. I load AP, hoping for a broadside, but of course, he angles and he uses smoke. I'm hoping that by using smoke and dropping off, he'll retreat and maybe not have line of sight on the friendly. But he does have hydro, so most likely he can see him. But we do get two broadside citadels, which is very nice. And get a little bit of extra follow-up damage, but not enough to really force him fully back. And oh, do we have a shot? No. The island got in the way, but, you know, that's okay. We are not taking any extra damage, and we succeeded in killing that DD, so good start of the game. Nice! Yugamo got a torpedo kill on that Edinburgh, so he doesn't have to worry about him anymore. Now there's just two battleships here. So I'm going to try and address this in the best way possible. If we go up against the JB, his 380 cannot overmatch my 27. If we go up against the North Carolina, his 410 can easily deal with my 27. So I just got to be very careful, and we're going to try and make use of the Friesland smoke that's still there. It'll probably be gone soon. And we're engaging on our terms. One battleship with the rest of the island blocking everyone else's shot. There's someone who's looking to push the gap just next to my island, in between B and myself. Kind of concerned that he wants to push all the way. Also noticed that there's a couple targets capturing B, and I was looking to see if I had line of sight. It looks like we would have had line of sight if we were in that position 10, 15, 20 seconds sooner, Notser. But we don't, so clearly there is nothing we can do to stop B from being captured. About 15 seconds left on radar, and even if we radared, who could fire on it? Nobody. Nobody's going to fire on it. So, okay, giving up B. But, you know, we had a good start, right? We've already done 44,000. Kind of wasting a little bit of time here because we're not getting a kill on this guy. I was really hoping that maybe the DD would capture the base, and then he would exit out and go through this gap, and I would ambush him and take him out completely. Now, that's the reason why I have chosen to use my hydro. I don't want there to be a random stray torpedo, and if he, for whatever reason, pops out right in front of me, I don't want there to be any question what his intentions are. Friendly sends torpedoes down the lane. Doesn't seem to be catching anything. And this has just become a waste of time. And enemy is spotted by air, and he is retreating completely. So we're not going to get any shot, barely any shot. So we're just going to move forward and do the next best thing. And the next best thing is working on this JB. He is engaged, and he is somewhat broadside to my position. So if I can just round this island a little bit and switch to AP, we can do some really nice potential damage to this guy. So we're just going to pump it into his broad. And yeah, 4,000 damage sounds pretty good. He is secondary range, interesting. But we want to kill this guy quickly. And we want to kill him before he realizes what's happening. Yugamo in the background, sending torpedoes against a different target. I locate my shells on the front nose. And normally there's a lot of extra damage that you can do up front. You want to try and spread your damage to the least damaged parts of every ship. That way each salvo is the highest potential damage per shot. Within reason, obviously. He barely didn't get the kill there. But the JB is knocked down. That North Carolina trying to retreat off the flank. And I'm trying to kill him. So we round the island just enough. I want to slow down because I don't want that enemy to be able to have line of sight on me. But I do want to try and knock out the North Carolina. The west side has fallen. And has fallen really hard. Like, I don't know how quick it took to kill all of the ships, but they are all dead. So we have to convert some kills here. I'm using radar, and I know there's a North Carolina. I get it. He's dangerous. I like killing DDs. They're the evil villains. Unless I'm obviously a DD, and then they're the best thing ever. That's just how everything works out. But yeah, we're trying to do damage on the Daring in the background, but he is maneuvering away, and it's not 100% obvious. And yeah, he drops off radar. He's out of range, and we have an enemy Iowa that's incoming quickly. So I was very aware of this guy, and I was like, what are you doing, sir? We're just going to keep backing up because we know what he wants. He wants some of this Des Moines. And we're just pumping AP in the side of this ship. Whenever he angles, we position it for the superstructure, and we're just going to keep going at it. I really like to use the ship guns as a momentum check. If you'll see, if he's moving forward, basically all of the shells are going to go right into his superstructure if you aim. But unfortunately, I felt like he was probably a little too angled. And you know what? Looking back on this, I wasn't getting as much damage on his bow as I wish because it was fully absorbed. So I really should have just stuck with the center of his ship. But he's going to die. Yes. He dies to the friendly Dmitry Donskoy. We're still alive. Somehow, all this 406 being shot at our ship. We still have over 50% of our life. But as I stated before, the west side has completely fallen. Our DD is nowhere to be seen capturing Sea Point, and I can't capture it because there is a battleship right there. So we have to kill the North Carolina before we can do anything else. And of course, there's another North Carolina, and the worst possible thing happened. The enemy's dead carcass forced my ship to maneuver sharper than I had planned and nosed me right into the island. I was trying to round the island just precisely so that I could do damage to one of the two battleships without taking full damage, but this is really awkward. We're wasting time, valuable time, where we need to work on overcoming this. And finally, I'm out from behind the island, easily wasted 20 seconds, which could be 3 to 4 salvos, and I could have easily killed this guy. But now we're just working through it. We eventually get hit hard, which is Halsey's activatable from the Confederate being earned, so we have better rate of fire. So yeah, we're beast mode in this guy. Should easily finish him off. There we go. Target dead. Switch to the North Carolina. We still have Hydro up. Don't want to take any. I immediately put the fire out, knowing that if the battleship wants to fire HE and set another fire, be my guest, because that's a weaker shell. There's no other sources of fire. So we can safely assume there's not going to be another dot for a while. And meanwhile, all this is happening, Enemies just crushing everyone left and right. North Carolina just knocked out Dmitry Donskoy. I'm all that's left. He put out the fire. I'm hoping to relight the fire on him. And we need to kill him. We need to kill him. And of course, aircraft carrier, bomber overhead. This is not the worst, but it's not the best. My concern is that the dive bomber can easily set up a follow-up attack. And if I'm stationary, I can't avoid it. So we need to kill this guy quickly. And I just don't want to show too much side. He can easily punish me way harder than the HE ever could. We're just going to have to take the HE dive bomb. Sets a fire, but we do have our damage control up because we aggressively used it on the first fire about 45 seconds ago. So we're just going to finish him off. And then once he's dead, please kill him. Oh my goodness, all the healing. Get him. That nose, enough dot damage, burn him down. He's finally dead. Finally, the North Carolina's dead, and oh, just barely missed this broadside. If 5-10 seconds, guys, it matters. If I would have not run into that ship prior, Daring would have died. North Carolina probably would have died quicker, and I would have had a broadside for that North Carolina. I can't really continue the pursuit. I'm going to try and go over towards this Alaska, who is broadside. He's a target we have to take out. We got to work through it. I wish we didn't have these many targets to deal with, but our team just, they haven't done a good job. And that's pretty much ships in a nutshell right now. So we're coming around the corner, locating our shells for that water line, trying to get under the front guns, get some citadels. We're not getting as many citadels as I was expecting, considering the position, but we're doing a lot of free damage to a target that is completely surprised by this. And we are safe from the ships on the other side. Friendly Yugamo tried to send torpedoes. He does get a Yugamo torp on him. And we finish off a broadside, and we get a little citadel, and ooh, just in time! That Kansas, he looks like he's traversing his guns. He really wants to engage us. But I'm going to try and avoid it. Yeah, try and avoid it. Enemy aircraft carrier, once again, still in the area. He's got to be close, because he can scramble these so quickly. Sets a fire on us, does significant amounts of damage. That was a really good attack, and yep, he is very close, in fact. But we can't fire over the island, so we got to look for another target. Now, that North Carolina that I highlighted earlier, he had shown his position, and he was low health. I was hoping that I could go after him, and gosh, sets a fire again. Really, really, really fortunate these fires have been set, and it's just going to burn. Just going to burn. I do use radar because I know these guys have to be close. And they are. And the North Carolina definitely interested in me, and enemy aircraft carrier sending more attack squadrons. Nothing I can really do. We have to finish this guy. It looks like the Kansas might be looking for a crossfire shot. So I was aware of this, and I like this little island. You'll notice the stones that jut up, that rock. It blocked the shot for me. So I wasn't concerned that the Kansas could actually hit me. My concern is this North Carolina. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? More fire being sent. Enemy aircraft carrier right in line of sight. And we're just going to pump AP in his ship. Do as much damage as we can. We need to kill this guy quickly. More torpedoes, of course. We're getting good damage, but we're very low, and I'm trying to angle against the torpedoes in time. Can't. And in fact, if I would have paused or maybe forced out, it would have done a better job of avoiding. As it stands, sailed basically directly into the one random torpedo. Sets a flood on us. Of course it does. We cannot kill him. So close to killing him. But this is where our story ends. And boy, was it a story. We got 271,000 damage done. Yugamo, for whatever reason, is firing AP. He should be firing HE. I don't understand that. We tried really hard in this game, but it just wasn't enough. And, oh, here comes attack rockets. Should have just Don't overcomplicate it, guys. Just fire the shell that does damage. And he knocks out the carrier. Carrier knocks out him. And then there was one aircraft carrier against the Kansas and the enemy DD that's approaching. So close, so very close to pulling this one out, but as you might imagine, we're not going to. The carrier does not have what it takes to take on the Kansas and the DD, so we're going to end in a loss, but man, that game felt like a monster, and we were doing so much damage. I was so impressed by my ability to avoid dying to those battleships. Disappointed with my sailing. I was just trying to overcome, and when it's a game like this, you have to just keep going, going, going. You can't really pause and consider your actions as much as you would like because the game is out of hand, and the only way to bring it back in is to overcome through knocking out targets, taking captures, doing everything you can on the map. So I tried my best, and it just wasn't good enough, but we'll see the results screen, and we'll talk about it. And yeah, clearly the Des Moines very good at what it does, and clearly it was a really fun game. I don't regret a game that was this close and this fun versus all of the one-sided games we've been playing. I'll play this 1,000 times over. Those games where it's over in 7 minutes and you get like 1,300 base XP and do 20,000 damage. You know, those games aren't fun because by the time that you actually get into position and are ready to go, the game's over. So this was a really nice game to experience, even if it was a loss. You know, that's just how it works sometimes. But yeah, Des Moines, a beast of a ship. Clearly one of the best ships in the game. It's the best cruiser to me because of just how strong it is. It's got the best damage per minute in the game. You know, it's pretty ridiculous. And that AP on that broadside, huge punishment. HE works just fine against, DDs or angled battleships. This Midway, he's trying to run away. He's not going to die, but he's not going to do anything before the game ends. So, great game, enemy team. Well played, capturing A and B and winning the West. It didn't matter how much I tried. It was already too late. And it created a great game, and I enjoyed it. And I know the viewers on stream did, and I hope you guys did as well. But, just couldn't overcome as much as we needed to. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent or the most relevant uploads. You could also choose to subscribe to my channel. We do World of Warship videos, first impression, how-to, news, and review related. My North American recruit invite is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.